Yo, how's it going, guys? My name is Twiistz and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new MCPE redstone map. This redstone map includes this lovely modern smart house as well as a huge underground bunker. Now this bunker includes tons and tons of redstone creations as well as command block creations such as doors, elevators, mini games, a dance floor, item sorting systems. We have armor equipment station, brewing stands, pretty much every single type of creation you can think about. This bunker has it, and you can definitely use it to survive the end of the world. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome map by first checking out the smart house located right at the center. Now of course this is built in a modern style. I'm just gonna fly around it really quick to show you guys. We do have a pool in the back and some lovely decorations on the outside, as you guys can see with the walkway at the front and two sides. And yeah, that is pretty much the house, and the house itself is pretty interesting. Like I said, it's a modern design, but it has a nice bit of like concept to it because of the shape. I've never really seen anything like this. And this map itself was created by M7Mo Gamer, so definitely go check him out and send him some love on social media so he knows that I showcased his map. I will leave all the information down below along with the download, so yeah, go ahead and check the description, which is right below the like button. Either way, this is the front of the house, and we're going to have our first bit of redstone here. Once you enter the map, you will get a key, and then you would drop this key onto that area. It will get sucked down into the ground and then open up our command block gate. So definitely a pretty cool system. Let's go ahead and check it out by dropping that item, and it should get sucked down. But as I was testing the map, I did find that this does not work properly, in that on PC it normally would get sucked down if you drop it next to the block, but I guess you have to drop it directly onto the block, and you would just hide that minecart using some carpet or something like that. So a minor little glitch, but as you guys can see, once I drop that key into the minecart, it will start opening up the door. It's a command block door, so stuff basically disappears. So once that gate is opened up, we are free now to walk through and enter our house. But before we do that, we want to close the gate behind us and make sure no burglars follow us into our house and steal all of our diamonds. So I'm going to go down to the shulker box here and then grab that key, and as you guys can see, the gate itself will start rebuilding itself, and then no one will be able to get in. Obviously, you're supposed to be playing these types of maps on adventure mode, so no, you won't be able to build over the wall or break any blocks. Now, the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the interior of this house, and as you guys we'll see, there's not really a lot inside of the house. The main show is the underground bunker, but let's go ahead and yeah, take a look at the stuff on the inside. Of course, we have this little switch here to close or lock the door. Now, in addition to having wooden doors, we actually have iron bars, which is generated using command blocks. Then when you flick the lever again, it goes away. So it's a pretty nice system and a pretty cool substitution for the redstone if you don't want to do all of the redstone work. And then we have the interior of the house, which looks pretty nice. It's a only first floor house, I believe. I'm not really sure how you would get to the second floor unless there's like a hidden like switch or ladder somewhere. But yeah, we have ourselves a kitchen over here on the right hand side. There is a minor redstone creation, or actually two redstone creations over here. The first one is going to be a cooking system or an industrial furnace. Basically what we do is we of course grab the food that we want to cook. So let's go ahead and grab that. I'm still getting used to this new little system here, the new UI. So let's type in pork, not food. Grab some more pork chops and then place that into our chest. I place one, and then eventually we'll get an output on the left hand chest. Now at the moment we have 64 beef in there, but as you guys will see, there will now be a cooked pork chop once the time has passed and we have allowed that pork chop to cook. So as you guys can hear, we heard like a little beep, and there you go, we now have one cooked pork chop. There we go. It is a working system, and it's really great if you just want to stack up an entire chest full of items and just have all of that smelt and cook at the same time. You could have ores and food and pretty much anything that you can think about that could be smeltable inside of that chest, and they will all be cooked automatically and dispensed in our dispense chest. This is a refrigerator over here, I believe. You just click that button and it just dispenses random items. And then we also have a trash bin over here, which we would basically drop an item onto the floor and it will get sucked in. So this is how the entrance is actually supposed to work. You see how that works like seamlessly? You drop your item and then it gets sucked into the ground. That's basically what's supposed to be happening, except for some reason the one on the outside really doesn't work. Okay, so over here we have a nice little seating arrangement. You would just sit here and have a chat with your friends and then, you know, carry about your business. Over here we have the dining room table, of course. We have a switch over here for the lighting for the interior of the house. And as you guys can see, it's not actually redstone lighting, but it is command block lighting, because when you hit this button, these little spots over here will get replaced with glowstone. Now over here we have a lever, which is basically going to make these chests appear, these ender chests, and they do contain some really awesome items. But we could go ahead and flick that lever again and make them disappear. So that's a really cool system, yet again, using command blocks. We haven't seen a lot of redstone yet, but I promise you guys there's going to be tons of redstone as this video progresses. But that's pretty much the interior of this house. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the infamous bunker, or the bunker that I've been hyping up that's in the back of the house. To get to our bunker, you're just going to follow the handy arrows located across the map. It's going to take us back towards the pool, which by the way is a very nice pool. It's quite deep. You could definitely throw a huge pool party in this, but let's go back to the bunker. Over here we have a button, and this button is going to open up an elevator. You basically step into this area, and whoops, that did not work properly. Okay, so let's hit that button again, and try to step on this area and press that button, see what happens. I think because I was flying or something, but let's go ahead and click on that button. Oh, that stupid grass is in the way. There you go. And we go down. As you guys can see, there is the elevator. We walk forward, and then we're going to hit this button to basically push the elevator back up, or just replace the floor. Okay, so yeah, let's walk down into our bunker over here. Straight away we have a lot of different redstone creations. The first one on the left is going to be an ender pearl machine. You guys have seen this before. Basically, we hit that button and loads of ender pearls get dispensed in this area. We can then pick them up and use them to teleport around the map like an enderman. A pretty simple system, but works all the same. Now on this side we have a really cool automatic, or just a nether portal that could turn on and off. I'm not really sure what you would call this. I believe it's called an auto nether portal, and to basically turn this off, you would go ahead and hit that button. It splashes down some water, destroying the nether portal. Then you hit this button over here to turn it back on. So yeah, it's kind of automatic, sort of like semi-automatic, I guess you would say. Semi-automatic nether portal. Really doesn't roll off the tongue, but still pretty cool nonetheless. Now over here we have a hidden room, which is basically going to contain a very small bedroom, bunk beds in fact, for some guests. And there's actually also many different rooms located in this underground bunker, so I guess this is just for like extra survivors that you want to accept into your home. Now over here at the center we have a crafting table, which basically can change into an ender chest by hitting that button. Unfortunately, I don't think it could change back, so, or actually, you know what, it did change back. I guess it was a glitch when I was testing the map, but there you go. We now have a button that could switch a chest, an ender chest, to a crafting table and back. And now at this intersection we have 3 different ways we could go, and the first direction I'm going to go in is a fun direction, which is the enchantment areas. So let's go down over here, and to the right we have a security chest. And if you guys don't know what a security chest is, basically there's an item frame combination lock in front of us, and we need to basically point these arrows in the right positions, which are basically going to mimic these top positions. Now once you do that, our chest, which is empty, will get filled with our items. So it's a really cool system. So let's go ahead and just point the arrows and mimic the top sections of the redstone torches. And then once we do that, as you guys can see, our chest will now get filled with our awesome items, which is going to be a full set of diamond armor and elytra, as well as an enchanted diamond sword. So yeah, that is definitely pretty cool. Looks like we're missing some leggings, but nonetheless, we could use that to store some items. Then when we switch the actual configuration of those torches, the items go away. So it's a really awesome security chest. Now to the left hand side we have another system, which is basically going to be an unlimited XP machine using command blocks as well as a bit of redstone. Basically, whenever I point this arrow towards either the on or off signs, it turns on or off. So it's a very simple system to understand. You point it towards the on, and then it gives you loads and loads and loads of XP. I'm actually going to switch now to survival mode here. And once we're in survival mode, we could see how much XP we're actually getting. So we have 229, so it really is not going up that much. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that off and continue on our journey exploring this underground bunker. Now on this side we have yet again another intersection, this time with 3 command block doors. We're going to take a look at the one on the right first, since this really doesn't lead anywhere. It opens up the 3x3 command block door and then takes you down to an elevator, but that elevator is a trap below, which is why I'm not going to go down, and which is why I said there's not really a lot to see here. So definitely when you download the map, you can check out that trap out for yourself, but to do it in this video is kind of annoying because it teleports you into a black void, and getting back to this house would be a pain. But either way, let's go ahead and take a look at the left section, which is going to be pretty cool. On this side, we're going to have another hole going down to the bottom. This time, you will land on a slime block elevator, and then you would walk forward. Once you walk forward, you enter this very nice, like, segue of a room, sort of like a hallway leading up to the creation. Pretty awesome. And in this room, we have a very, very, very large creation, which is going to be a 4096 wardrobe automatic armor equipment station. Basically, this armor equipment station has a variety of different colored leather armor, and the combinations can give you 4096 different outfit choices of the day. So if you like switching up your outfit every single day, you could do it for years and years in real time. Guys, as you're living right now, every single day you could choose a different outfit in Minecraft for many, many years. That's absolutely crazy, and you don't even need to go out and like work for them or get the dyes or get all of the different armors and the hides and stuff. You can just step into your automatic armor equipment station and get all of those on a daily basis. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually swap back into creative mode, because I forgot I needed a torch for this to sort of be demonstrated properly. So I'm going to switch into creative mode here, grab myself a torch, and I'll show you guys why I need this in just a second here. Let's grab ourselves a redstone torch, place it into our inventory, and now we can take a look at our armor equipment station. For some reason, it's kind of dark over here, but as you guys can see on the wall itself, we have sort of like a vending machine system, if you guys have ever seen that. Basically, like each one of these item frames has a different piece of colored leather armor, so there's a different color, or there's 8 different colors for each color helmet, there's 8 different colors for each color tunic, leggings, as well as boots, and whatever arrow it is pointing to, that is the one you're going to be selecting. So let's go ahead and select a nice set of armor over here. I'm going to choose my yellow hat. I'm going to choose a blue, or a what do you call that, cyan type tunic. We're going to choose a blue, like very dark ocean blue leggings, and finally maybe a red little boots. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely not like obviously a matching set of colors. It's sort of just like random, but I'm feeling random today. So let's select all of those and hit that button. And once we hit that button, it's going to go ahead and place all of their armor onto our body. As you guys can see, yellow helmet, we have our light blue tunic, as well as our blue leggings and our red boots. Definitely pretty cool, and it looks like the lighting fixed itself. So as you guys can see, you could kind of see all the colors a bit better. Sorry about that little weird lighting glitch I just had, but now we could grab this redstone torch, place it over here, and open up a secret area. Basically, it's going to retract the wall as well as pull down that crafting table and let us enter the control room. Oh, for some reason I'm kind of what is this weird glitch? But for some reason, I was getting glitched there. But in this room, you could go ahead and sort of restock all of your armor pieces, because of course, you only have a limited amount, and then you will need to dye all of those like armors and then replace it back inside of our dropper. But each one of our droppers contains 8 or actually 9 of these items, so you won't have to replace them very often. And what you would do is come on this side to replace the boots, you would go on that side to replace the leggings, and then over here you would replace the tunics, and finally you would replace the helmets on this end. So yeah, it's definitely pretty cool and very simple to kind of work around. If you run out of specific types of armor, you can easily come back there and know exactly where to put all of those items, which is why I really love that setup. So what I'm going to do now is just destroy that torch, and as you guys can see, the doorway will now close and we can then continue on our lovely adventure. Now what we're going to do is first launch ourselves back up to that 3-way intersection and then go down the last one and take a look at what it was. Now when I hit that button, it's actually going to launch me up and take me to a concept elevator, and this one is just going to play a noise and then show us the floors that we're going on, much like a real elevator, and this is definitely quite cool. There we go, we're now at the top where the creator will ask us if the elevator is good or not. I'm not sure how he's getting these statistics back, but I'm going to say it is good, so he includes it on his next build. So here we go, walking straight ahead. I sort of destroyed a block there. This is going to be a brewing station. This entire lovely room is dedicated to this redstone creation. And if you guys don't know how to create potions in Minecraft, this is going to be great for those people. But basically what you do is first you would check to see if your brewing stand has blaze powder and water bottles inside of it. So we do have water bottles, and if you don't, you can always hit this button over here to replace that. But what we need to do now is get some blaze powder in order to actually brew things. So let's go ahead and grab that and then place it into our brewing stand. So there you go, it now has the energy it needs to start creating our potions. Now basically what we do is first add the initial ingredient, which is going to basically create our potion, say into our awkward potion, and you do that by adding in nether wart. You point arrow towards that item, then you hit that button and it will add in that item into our brewing stand. And then once you create the awkward potion, you can make different things using different types of items. So say for instance you want to create a potion of strength, you would point it towards the fire, or actually that's fire resistance. For a potion of strength, I believe you would need something else, yes, but for a potion of safe speed, you would take the sugar. For a potion of magma, the magma cream, actually I'm not sure what that would do, but the bunny meat will give you like the one that gives you like the hopping. I believe the carrot gives you strength, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm only sure about the blaze powder, which gives you fire resistance, and the sugar, which gives you speed. I don't really create a lot of potions inside of Minecraft, so do forgive me for that. But let's go back to this brewing stand, and as you guys can see, it already added in that particular ingredient, which was the nether warts. Now it's going to add in the blaze powder. And then once it adds in the blaze powder, you can add in, say, a modifier, which could either be redstone to enhance it, gunpowder to make it a splash potion, or we could add in the glowstone to make it do something else. I'm not really quite sure. But all of these items, of course, have their own functionality, and you'll need to look that up. And the reason why I use these types of systems is because I have no idea how to brew potions, and it just really helps me to create very simple potions like the one I'm creating right now. So as you guys can see, it's going to also add in that's gunpowder, and that's going to switch it from a regular drinking potion into a splash potion. So we're just going to wait for this to happen here just to demonstrate the system is working. And as you guys can see, we will now have our items, and then we can pick those items up and add them to our inventory. So there you go, that is our working brewing station, automatic brewing station. It is definitely pretty cool, and also includes a room which is hidden back here. Unfortunately, these blocks don't get pulled by the pistons in the latest update, so yeah, this is kind of broken. But when we walk forward, we can go back into our control room yet again, and it's basically the same setup where we have all of the droppers at the bottom, which will basically contain the items that you will need to replace. But unlike the other system, this one can contain 64 stacks of each item, so you will pretty much never run out of these ingredients unless you're using this map years on end. So now straight ahead of us, we have the farming section, which is marked with that enchanted wheat above the doorway. Now straight ahead, we have two creations right at the doorway, and one is going to open up this area in the floor, and then another one is going to give you tons and tons of fishes, and it's called a fish machine. Definitely pretty cool. Now we could drop down into the area which was opened up and take a look at what's down here. Pretty much we have 4 different farms. We have a carrot farm, a wheat farm, a potato farm, and a beet farm, and then we could hit these buttons to auto harvest all of those items. Then we hit that button again to remove the water, and we would of course keep the water long enough for all of the seeds and all of the beets to actually go into our hopper system and then into our chest. Then we would simply collect those seeds, then go back up here and replant everything and then allow it to grow. So that's how that system's supposed to work. For some reason there isn't a button over there, but we can hit this button to harvest the wheat as well as the potatoes. So as you guys can see, we will basically get wheat into our chest and of course potatoes into our other chests. Pretty cool. Now this button over here is basically going to teleport you back to the top and then close that piston door. And now we can take a look at the automatic sugarcane farm. It's an automatic sugarcane farm, 100% automatic. You don't have to do anything. This is going to be harvesting sugarcane 24/7. Basically what happens is the sugarcane grows up to 3 blocks. The observer block detects that and then breaks it at the second sugarcane block and automatically collects it in the hopper system. You come down over here to the chest, and as you guys can see, we have loads and loads of sugarcane already harvested. Pretty cool. Now to the left over here, or straight ahead from the hallway, we have another automatic farm, which is going to be an automatic cactus farm. You don't do anything yet again. This automatically breaks and gets collected with a hopper system and goes into this chest. As you guys can see, we have loads of cactus waiting for our use inside of there. Now let's take a look at the final section of this area, and this is going to include some really nice decorations. It's going to include a melon as well as pumpkin farm. What you would do is hit this button. It's going to push up the blocks and then break those melon and pumpkins. There you go. I tried to like show it on camera, but I had to like turn it in order to click the button. But it basically creates about, I would say, 10 pumpkins and 10 melons, counting the stems over there. And then you would just go and collect it and place it into the chest manually. And then over here you have an unlimited oak wood supply, which is used, of course, or created with command blocks. And what you would do is basically grab this diamond axe and then kind of break that, and as you guys can see, it'll be automatically replaced, so you could get unlimited supplies of wood. It's kind of like cheating, but you know, I guess it works for an adventure map. And look how quick that is. You just get so much wood so quickly. You will never ever run out of wood or have to even go out to find any. Pretty cool stuff. Now that's basically going to wrap up this section of the house. We still have a third section, and this is going to lead out to an even more expansive area. But first, to the left hand side, we have another creation, which is going to be an unlimited diamond machine, very similar to the unlimited wood, but a lot cooler. We click on that button and it's going to rain diamonds endlessly for now until the end of time. Diamonds are going to be raining down from this spot. I mean, this is definitely the greatest creation I've ever seen. No idea how it's done, but look at that, unlimited diamonds. It's raining down for eternity. That is so freaking awesome. Now we move on to the stables, which is going to be like a little segue into this underground section, or I guess above ground section, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just horses with some lovely decoration. Then we walk forward and go into our, I'm not sure what you would call this, but it's like a huge expansive area. You guys saw it from up above in the map. And it's sort of like an open space, but also connects 3 more different tunnels to this one section. So yet again, more and more stuff awaits you on this glorious adventure. Okay, so we click on this button over here. It's going to open up a doorway. Yet again, another slime block elevator. You would walk forward, and then it takes you into a hallway where you could turn those lights on and off. Then we go into another area where we drop down on another slime block elevator, walk forward, and come into a space where we have a combination lock. And this is going to be the correct combination. You basically point all of the redstone torches towards the block in the center. Of course, you can hide or change that combination if you know how redstone works, and it'll make it a lot more difficult for people to break in. But there you go. We open up this doorway, and it's going to lead into a armor equipment station. This one is different from the wardrobe station because it actually equips you with diamond armor. What we do is actually first take off the armor that we're wearing. So let's go ahead and just take this armor off. We need to combine some of these items to get enough space here. There you go. And as you guys can see, we have no armor on our body. We're going to step onto the diamond block and then hit that button. Well, it kind of gets sucked down into the ground, and then you get the armor equipped onto your body. Full diamond armor that quickly. It's called like a Batman equipment station because it just equips you so quickly, especially with that cool little feature of you getting sucked down into the ground. And the reason why I broke this is to see if this was my creation or not. I built it in such a way where I didn't reduce the amount of redstone repeaters, so I could like tell if someone like used my design because it has tons and tons of redstone repeaters. But that's just something I just wanted to see. And yep, it is almost exactly my, yeah, I think it's exactly my creation. So it's definitely cool to see stuff like this in the community. I definitely know that he watched my video now, and I feel kind of honored. This is a really messed up system beneath, and I would really love if someone would reduce the amount of redstone repeaters I use. But either way, it works quite well, and it took me a really long time to get that timing right, actually. Now over here we have a emerald to diamond converter. Basically you would put in an emerald at the bottom and then get a diamond outputted. That's not really that, you know, hard to imagine, so I'm not really going to switch my game mode and then show you guys that. You can just try it out for yourselves when you download the map. But over here we have another nice decorative section. It doesn't have any redstone, but it looks pretty cool. Now moving on, we have another set of doorways over here, which is kind of flanked by these waterfalls, which looks pretty cool. It looks like a regular bookcase, but you hit that button, it opens up a doorway. It kind of like pulls back the door and then sucks it into the ground, which is a pretty interesting feature. We walk forward, hit that button, it sends it up above ground and pushes it back out, as you guys can see. We open up these doorways and then we enter another awesome room, which is basically going to be another like segue into another room. So this room is not even necessary, but the creator included it, I guess, just to make stuff look nice. And over here we have a button. It's going to break this waterfall and open up our 2x2 slime block door. We walk forward and now we enter this room, which basically has an enchantment room on the right hand side. This is a regular enchantment room. And we could go ahead and basically enchant our items here if we actually had some lapis. And also what we could do is go to the left hand side and grab our like, what is this? A Totem of the Undying, which is just an item. So these are two like random rooms, but the center is sort of like an area to store all of your diamonds. It's sort of like a very large vault. Alright, so I actually came back into the house to show you guys this area. Basically, we hit this button and it's going to teleport us into a separate room. I'm pretty sure this is the top floor of the house. I was talking about how there actually isn't a top floor, and I think this is it. I think this is where this enchantment room is. And basically what we do is click on that button. It's going to build up a set of bookcases around our enchantment table, and then we can use that to, of course, enchant our items and just grab 22 levels. It also goes up to 30 levels, but since this is an axe, I guess it works differently. But yeah, that is basically our system. We hit that button to get rid of it. And there you go. It sort of does the animation backwards. And then we go into this area and it teleports us back into the room. Okay, so we're back at the fountain. Let's take a look at one of these sections over here and see what it has on the inside. Now over here on the left hand side, it looks to be like a kitchen. And this kitchen is mainly for decoration. As you guys can see, it looks pretty nice. It has a fridge and all of the sinks and stuff that a kitchen has. This looks like stoves over here. And we have also crafting tables for actual use. And then on this side, we have ourselves a working shower. And where is the button for a shower? Oh, right over here. As you guys can see, it's made using command blocks, and you basically turn it on and off. Then we have storage chests on this side. And then we also have a button over here which is going to pretty much just close that door behind us and make it a bit more private, even though there's glass like looking through into this area. So when you're showering, if someone walks up, they can definitely see you. Now going back over here, we have another section of this area, which is going to be a small living room as well as just seating arrangement space. And then I guess over here is just a seating arrangement as well, disguised as a living room. And then you can place down an oak wood plank into this area to get your fireplace going. I believe you need to have a specific type of oak wood, so I may have just broken the system. So I'm going to go back over here and see if I could find the oak wood planks. I'm pretty sure it's going to be under the wood section. Nope, it's not going to be under the wood section. I really don't know how this actual this thing would work. Oh, I think it's here. Okay, so there you go. We grab ourselves that wood and then pop it into that item hopper, and it's going to turn on our fireplace. Pretty cool. So it only works with the original birch, oak wood planks, not birch. What am I talking about? And we also have an area going down over here. Yet again, lots and lots of expansive areas in this bunker. We hit this button, it's going to open up our 3x3. This is going to be a spiraling 3x3 redstone door. This time it is not made with command blocks, and this is actually a pretty hard system to create. And then we could come over here and hit this button to what looks to be like close that 3x3 door behind us. And this also looks like something I've created on one of my Let's Build series as well, because I use like these blocks to outline it, and it was like for an airlock using a 3x3 door system like this on PC. But either way, moving on, we have this button over here which is basically going to turn on a waterfall, very similar to your shower, I guess, just cool effects. Then to the left hand side we have another armor equipment area. Once again, I took off all of my armor to demonstrate this system. Basically, it's like another variation of the armor equipment station, except this one you would select whether you want diamond, iron, of course leather, and gold armor. Say for this instance I want gold, I just click on that button. But this one's kind of slow, so I do have to wait quite a while for it to actually load up. So I'm going to wait about 10 seconds over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that is good enough. If it doesn't work, then it's really not that great of a system. But let's hit that button. And then as you guys can see, we'll start placing the armor onto my body. This is going to take yet again some time because it's working with a hopper system. It has to get filtered through all of the different hoppers and end up in the dispenser. And we have our boots, we have our helmets, and then we missed the leggings, but we got the tunic. So I may have clicked the button slightly too early, but you guys get the idea. It's going to equip whatever armor you have selected, and that's definitely pretty cool if you want a more versatile choice, because the other one only gave you colored armor. The Batman armor equipment station only gave you diamond armor, and this one can give you multiple different choices of armor. So it definitely still has its uses. Now let's go back outside of this area and take a look at the two other sections of the map. Really love that 3x3 redstone door. Let's hit that button and have that closed back up again. Walk out over here and check out the final area. I'm going to fly to save some time since this is quite a large map. On this side, we're not really going to have a lot of redstone. This is just going to be a farming area. No automatic farms. It's just going to contain like mushrooms as well as pigs, and then other animals such as like cows and like sheep and all that stuff. So pretty cool. You would just manually harvest them and then place all of the items into the chests, and they have their nice little areas to graze from. Over here we just have more chests for storage. Nice little sword on the wall for decoration. And then we have a chicken farm built under the map, kind of far away so you don't hear the chickens. And then you see all the output for that chicken farm. We have tons of eggs, and it's also going to automatically cook our chickens, and then some of it gets filtered into raw meat. And of course we get feathers. And then to open up our hopper system, you would hit that button, and then you would get access to that if you so choose. But yeah, that's basically this area. Not really much to see. A pretty cool design and quite nice. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the final section of this so-called underground bunker, because this part's kind of sort of above ground, so it's really debatable. But over here we have ourselves a mini games area. As you guys can see, the mini games room is to the right, but we're going to go first to the left and see what this side has to offer. I mean, straight away it's a very nice looking hallway. And then we go into this like area where we have like a very large door, but unfortunately it only opens up with a 2x3 slime block door. Pretty interesting nonetheless. Then we can hit that button to close it. I'm not going to do that just to save some time. This part of the map over here is broken because when you hit this button it's supposed to open up a doorway, but it does not pull down yet again these blocks, maybe because of an update. But once you get pushed through into this area, we could then access what looks to be like a private bedroom with a working TV. You can either turn this TV on and off using flames, or you can hit this button to sort of have it turn off using lights. So there's two different options for that. If you don't like the flame noise, we have lights over here for the lighting in the bedroom, as well as we have a doorway in the front of us, which is going to take us into a private closet. So no redstone here, but definitely pretty cool. And yeah, that button is really supposed to open up a secret doorway, but it's broken, so it really doesn't work. But you can still just modify that into a regular doorway and then use it as a nice little house. Now over here we have an elevator that basically goes nowhere. We can hit that button and it doesn't move up or down. It's actually just broken, and if I break this, you'll see that the elevator didn't actually move. So yeah, that's something I guess the map creator is going to add on to later on, but I'm not really sure what the point of releasing a map is and then adding on later to it. It really doesn't make sense to me. But over here we have a doorway. We open that up and then hit that button. It's going to open up a hidden area, which will take us into a hidden vault where we have our gold, our diamonds, and our emeralds. Of course, that is a very nice vault with precious items, and then we could come back over here and reclose that area, and of course we could delete all the signs to make it even more hidden. So there you go. That is our hidden area in this section of the map. Okay, so the final section of our map is going to be the mini games room. Now what you need to do is, or you can just walk there, but what you can do is grab yourselves a minecart to make this a bit more fun. And then you would take that minecart and of course place it onto the rail, get into that minecart by hitting ride, hit that button, and then get kind of transported down into our mini games area. And I was saying in the intro, the mini games area includes a lot of cool things. Actually, I'm gonna jump off of this to show you guys something else that's really cool. We have like moving floors created using command block creations over here, or command block system. Basically what happens is when you hit those buttons, it sort of creates this like moving floor. Definitely pretty interesting. It's a cool feature to have. Really serves no purpose besides just looking awesome, and I'll take it. Okay, so let's go back down to our minecart here and continue on to our mini games area. Oops, my phone is dying. I've been recording this video for so long, my phone is dying from like 50%. Okay, why can't I get back? Okay, there you go. And then go forward, and then we enter our mini games area. Of course, it stops along the way. You can move until you get all the way to the very end. The end is not too far away, so I'm just going to go all the way to the end and then take a look at all of the different mini games. Okay, so over here on the left hand side we have a trampoline with a very nicely decorated room. What you do is actually run and jump to get that extra bit of boost, and then it will sort of do the trampoline. But like I said, you need that extra bit of boost. But if I fly up and like drop down, you see that it actually does work, and that's mainly because you sort of need to get it or hit the system right and have it like automatically start like syncing with your up and down motion in order to actually make the trampoline. But you guys get the idea. It's a trampoline using tripwires. Now on this side we have a dance floor, which is pretty awesome. It actually plays real music. Let's go up here first, turn on the lights, and then we can select a sound. So we're going to select or turn on the lights over there, and then come back to this area and select one of our songs. I'm going to choose I Don't Want to Live Forever by Zayn, and then I'm going to get a copyright strike in 3, 2, 1. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, 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 copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright, I cry, copyright strike. Okay, I gotta stop that music now. I think that was less than 30 seconds. I shouldn't get a copyright strike for that, especially when I was talking over it, but you guys get the idea. You could play lots of cool music. There's actually 4 different songs available in that if you guys saw it. You know what, I'm gonna go back and show you guys the playlist if you love any of these songs. Thumbs up if you love any of these songs. We have Zayn, I Don't Want to Live Forever, Faded by Alan Walker, NCS Music, or actually the name is not there, excuse me. And we have Beautiful Now by Zed. NCS, I believe, is non-copyright sounds. You know what? I could have played this. I could have played this because this is non-copyright songs. Let's play it. Let's see what it is. Oh, that sounds pretty generic to me. Sounds pretty cool, though. So you can just be in this room and just dance around with your friends in this awesome dance room with the awesome dance floor. That is so cool. Look at the floor. Oh, God, I broke it. Oh, don't look at the floor anymore. Don't look. Don't look. I gotta stop the music. I just broke everything. Oh gosh, okay, let's get out of here. I really should have been playing it on adventure mode. Over here we have a another mini game. This is going to be a mini game that I don't understand. Pie in the face game. You would click on this button and it sort of like drops you, but I think the system is supposed to have like a floor over there, and then you would click the button and then it would drop you. So yeah, so we step over here, hit that button, and if we sort of, I guess, miss the luck of the draw, we get dropped down into like an underground dungeon where we die and all that crazy stuff. So guys, that is going to wrap up today's MCPE Redstone map showcase. If you guys want to see more showcases, be sure to take 1 second to crush that like button. You could also submit your own maps in the description box down below, as well as you could watch other awesome redstone maps and Minecraft videos on your screen right now by clicking on those videos that pop up. Anyways, this was Twiistz. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.